Well, come back to Coin Cash King Information Channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasure. Today, you're going to discover 5 Australian coins that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. That's not a typo. And no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We are about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie Australian history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we are about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first Australia 50-cent 2000 Millennium coin, take a moment to look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage, because racing to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds now. I am ready when you are. Go ahead and send me the first coin picture or details, and I will start crafting its story with all the drama value and excitement pocketed in. Now take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular Australian coin. Today, we are going to uncover one of the most fascinating treasures from Australia's modern coinage, the 50-cent Millennium coin, minted in the year 2000. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it is a collector's dream and a symbol of history, artistry, and national pride. What makes it even more thrilling is when you come across a piece that has aged beautifully, carrying black and rusty spots on the surface, yet still preserving its fine details. With every mark, every shade, this coin tells a story of 2 decades of history. And today, we're going to explore why this coin is so highly demanded in the collector's market and why it is considered a top value treasure in today's auctions. To truly appreciate the Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin, we must look back at the context in which it was produced. The year 2000 was a historic one for Australia and for the world. It marked the turn of a new century, a new millennium, and nations around the globe celebrated this once-in-a-lifetime moment in their own special ways. For Australia, one of the ways of commemorating this extraordinary event was through coinage. The Royal Australian Mint introduced the Millennium 50-cent coin to honor the significance of entering the 21st century. This coin was not an ordinary issue, but a symbolic piece designed with a modern artistic touch that captured the spirit of progress and a fresh beginning. Collectors immediately recognized its importance, and over the years, its demand has only grown stronger. What truly sets the Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin apart is its remarkable design and unique characteristics. On the obverse, or the front side, the coin proudly displays the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which is a defining feature of Australian coinage. But what captivates collectors is not just the Queen's portrait, but the story hidden in the coin's wear and age. Many of these coins show distinct black and rusty spots, giving them a unique patina that makes each piece one of a kind. These natural marks from time do not diminish the coin's value, but rather enhance its individuality and history. On the reverse, the coin's design showcases a modern artistic interpretation that symbolizes Australia's vision stepping into a new millennium. The clean lines and bold style of the design continue to impress collectors and historians alike, making it a standout in the world of numismatics. Now, let us talk about rarity, because rarity is what drives the passion and value in coin collecting. The Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin was minted in limited numbers, and though many entered circulation, finding one in very fine condition today, with distinctive marks of age, is truly special. Coins with unique surface characteristics such as black spots, rusty tones, and natural wear often become highly desirable among collectors, as they reflect both the passage of time and the authenticity of circulation. This makes each coin a rare survivor of its era. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these treasures, and whenever such a coin appears at auction, it generates excitement and competition. The combination of its historical significance, limited issue, and unique aged surface places it in the category of coins that collectors simply cannot ignore. When it comes to the market value of the Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin, the numbers are truly impressive. Depending on the condition, such coins in very fine shape with naturally developed black and rusty spots can command strong prices. $600,000, and collectors are willing to pay a premium because they know the worth of owning a rare Millennium piece. In today's active market, this coin stands out as one of the most sought-after 50-cent issues, with values reaching into high dollar ranges. Every year that passes only strengthens its status, as fewer and fewer of these coins remain available in collectible condition. For those lucky enough to own one, it is not just a coin, but a valuable asset that continues to grow in desirability and market value. For anyone looking to collect or invest in the Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin, there are some important tips to keep in mind. First, always appreciate the uniqueness of each coin. The black and rusty spots that may appear on the surface should be seen as marks of authenticity and natural beauty rather than flaws. These are the very features that make your coin distinctive in the market. Second, preservation is key. If you own one of these coins, handle it with care and consider using protective holders to maintain its condition for years to come. And third, keep an eye on the auction markets and collector forums because demand for this coin remains very high. The earlier you acquire one, the more rewarding it will be, as its value continues to rise with time. This coin is not just a collectible, but a piece of history that can be proudly passed down to future generations. In conclusion, the Millennium 2000 Australian 50-cent coin is much more than a piece of currency. It is a celebration of history, a masterpiece of design, and a symbol of national pride as Australia stepped into a new century. With its unique features, limited availability, and growing demand, this coin has secured its place among the top valuable treasures in Australian numismatics. The black and rusty spots only enhance its character, making it a coin with a story to tell. For collectors, it represents both a rare opportunity and a valuable investment. As the years go by, its market value continues to climb, proving that this coin is not just a collector's item, but a true treasure of the modern era. So if you come across one of these remarkable pieces, hold onto it tightly, because you are holding a slice of history that the world of collectors truly treasures. To subscribe my channel. Next, queen number 2. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after coins in Australian numismatic history, the Australia 50-cent coin issued in 1995 to mark the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. This coin has become a true treasure among collectors, not only because of its deep historical significance, but also because of its rarity and demand in the market today. If you've ever wondered what makes this coin so valuable, how much it's worth right now, and why collectors around the world are racing to add it to their collection, then stick around because this is going to be an exciting journey. To really appreciate the value of this coin, let's step back to 1995. That year, Australia celebrated 50 years since the end of World War II, a milestone of peace, sacrifice, and resilience. To commemorate this monumental event, the Royal Australian Mint released a special 50-cent coin with a powerful design that reflects the theme of victory and remembrance. Unlike ordinary coins that pass through our hands every day, this one was struck to remind future generations of the importance of freedom and the sacrifices made during wartime. Its release wasn't just about currency, it was about national pride and keeping history alive in a tangible form. That strong historical connection is one of the driving forces behind its popularity today. The 1995 Australia 50-cent coin stands out instantly because of its artistic design. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as expected on all Australian coins, but the reverse is where the story shines. The reverse design honors the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II, with carefully chosen imagery symbolizing peace, victory, and commemoration. This design is not just a piece of art, but a piece of history pressed into metal. Its unique motifs, combined with the coin's dodecagon, 12-sided shape, make it one of the most distinctive coins in Australia's modern currency history. Collectors are drawn to these details, knowing that the coin carries more than just monetary value, it carries legacy. Now let's talk about rarity, because rarity is what turns an ordinary coin into a valuable treasure. The 1995 50-cent coin, marking the end of World War II, was minted in limited quantities compared to regular circulation coins. Over the years, many of these coins disappeared into everyday transactions or were simply lost, which makes finding one today in very fine condition quite a challenge. Coins that have survived in well-preserved states, especially those with minimal wear and sharp details, are in extremely high demand among collectors. The combination of its historic theme and limited availability has made this coin stand out as one of the most desirable pieces for numismatists, not just in Australia, but around the world. When it comes to market value, this is where things get really exciting. The 1995 Australia 50-cent World War II anniversary coin has steadily grown in demand, and its price reflects that growing interest. Depending on condition and market activity, $680,000. In today's action market, where rare coins are fiercely traded, these pieces can command a strong price in dollars. Every year, the upward trend in coin collecting boosts the value of historically significant coins like this one. With strong demand and limited supply, it's no surprise that many experts see this coin as not just a collectible, but also an investment with potential growth in value. For those looking to add this rare piece to their collection, here are some insights to keep in mind. Always prioritize condition. A coin in very fine condition or above will always have greater appeal and value than a worn piece. Keep an eye on trusted auction platforms, collector forums, and reputable dealers who specialize in Australian coins. If you already own one, proper care and preservation are crucial to avoid unnecessary handling, and store it in a protective coin holder to maintain its shine and detail. Because this coin has both historical and monetary significance, adding it to your collection isn't just about owning a coin. It's about preserving a symbol of history that continues to appreciate over time. So there you have it, the 1995 Australia 50-cent 50th anniversary of the end of World War II coin. A coin that beautifully combines history, artistry, and rarity. It's a piece that continues to shine in today's collector market, attracting enthusiasts who recognize both its story and its value. If you come across this coin in very fine condition, consider yourself lucky, because you're holding onto a piece of Australia's history that carries real weight in the numismatic world. With demand only growing stronger, this is without doubt one of the top valuable coins you can find today. Next, queen number 3. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins from Australia, the 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin. This piece isn't just an ordinary coin. It carries history, beauty, and rarity that make it one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. If you have one in your collection, especially in very fine condition, in today's action market, this coin has gained remarkable demand, and its value continues to climb in dollar terms. So stay tuned as we explore why this coin is such a prize for collectors everywhere. To understand the importance of the 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin, we need to look back at its origins. In 2001, Australia celebrated the centenary of Federation, marking 100 years since the unification of the Australian colonies into one nation. To honor this milestone, the Royal Australian Mint released a special series of commemorative 50-cent coins, each representing different states and territories. The New South Wales coin became one of the standout designs in this collection. New South Wales, being the birthplace of European settlement in Australia and home to Sydney, has immense historical and cultural significance. This coin, therefore, is not only money, it is a celebration of Australia's journey as a nation. Now let's talk about the design, because this is what truly makes the New South Wales 2001 Australia 50-cent coin shine. On the reverse, the coin features the official coat of arms of New South Wales. The imagery includes a golden lion peasant guardant in the crest, a shield with a cross of St. George, and a star symbolizing guidance and discovery. Surrounding this are symbols of New South Wales's agricultural heritage, including the wheat and the fleece. The detail is extraordinary, and when you see the coin in very fine condition, the sharpness of these designs truly stands out. On the obverse, you still find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, linking this special issue to Australia's broader history of coinage. Together, these elements make the coin a true piece of art, with a story carved into metal. What makes this coin so exciting in today's market is its rarity. While millions of standard 50-cent coins circulate across Australia, the commemorative 2001 New South Wales coin was minted in limited numbers, and not every piece survived in collectible condition. Coins that have been kept safe and preserved over the years, especially those graded as very fine or higher, are now highly sought after by collectors. The demand is strong, not just within Australia, but among international collectors who love Federation coins and special state designs. Every year, the interest in these coins grows, and with more collectors entering the market, the value continues to rise. Owning one is like owning a small piece of Australia's national celebration, and that's why it's considered a rare gem. Now comes the big question. What is this coin worth today? In the action market, very fine condition examples of the 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin have been fetching impressive values. Depending on the buyer, the demand, and the visibility of the coin, $699,000. In fact, these coins often sell for significant amounts in today's market, especially when presented with minimal wear and sharp detail. The coin's worth is not just in dollars, but in its prestige. When you bring a coin like this to the collector's market, you're not just offering metal, you're offering history, artistry, and rarity all in one. For those who already own this coin or are looking to get one, there are some valuable tips to keep in mind. First, always handle your coin with care to preserve its condition. Even small scratches or exposure to rough environments can reduce its appeal. If you're purchasing, make sure to verify its authenticity and aim for coins in the best condition you can find. Very fine condition or above is where the true value lies. Also, consider holding onto your coin as the years go by. The demand for Federation Series coins is only increasing, and patient collectors will likely see even higher returns in the future. This coin is more than just a collectible, it is an investment and a legacy piece. In conclusion, the 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin stands out as one of the most valuable and highly demanded coins in Australia's rich numismatic history. It carries the weight of history, the elegance of design, and the power of rarity. In very fine condition, this coin is not just a piece of pocket change, it is a treasure in today's action market with big dollar value attached to it. For collectors, owning this coin means owning a piece of Australia's Federation story. And with demand continuing to rise, its prestige and worth are only set to grow. So if you come across this gem, hold on to it tightly. You may just be holding on to one of the brightest stars in the world of Australian coins. Next, queen number 4. Today we are diving into a truly fascinating piece of Australian numismatic history, the 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin. This coin, especially in very fine condition with its naturally aged and rustic tones, has become a rare gem in today's collector market. Not only does it carry the spirit of Australia Day, but it also represents a strong symbol of pride, culture, and heritage. In this video, we're going to explore the history, the unique features, why collectors are so eager to have it, the kind of demand it enjoys in the auction market, its dollar value today, and of course, some tips for serious collectors. So stay tuned because this is one of those coins that could easily turn out to be a highlight in any collection. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin is not just another coin. It was minted to celebrate the nation's pride and unity on one of its most important days, Australia Day. Since 1966, when decimal currency was first introduced, the Australian 50-cent coin has gone through many commemorative issues. But the 2010 Australia Day edition stands apart because it was released in a period where national celebration was strongly emphasized. And the Royal Australian Mint made sure the design reflected the deep cultural and historical essence of the country. Over time, coins from this year have become harder to find in pristine or even very fine condition, which has only added to their rarity and collector's value. What makes this coin so special are its distinct features. On the front, we have the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a timeless portrait that gives the coin its regal appearance. On the reverse side, we find the Australia Day design and emblem that captures the national spirit. The coin in discussion here carries a unique charm, showing shades of rustic brown and subtle color tones that have developed naturally with age. Instead of being seen as a flaw, these rustic shades and signs of maturity actually enhance the coin's character, making it stand out as a unique, one-of-a-kind piece. Collectors appreciate this natural patina because it tells the story of the coin's journey over time, setting it apart from ordinary shiny pieces. Now let's talk about why this coin is in such high demand. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin was never produced in massive numbers compared to standard issues, which means that finding one in circulation is already a challenge. When you add the condition factor, especially very fine condition with rustic tones and preserved details, the rarity increases dramatically. Collectors know that coins like this don't come around often, and that's why the demand keeps climbing. Auction houses and private collectors are actively chasing these pieces because once they go into a collection, they rarely come back into the market. This high demand and low supply combination is exactly what pushes the coin's value higher and higher. So what about its value in today's auction market? This is the part many of you have been waiting for. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin in very fine condition, with its naturally developed rustic shades, has been seen selling for a big value in today's collector markets. Depending on the demand at a given auction, these coins can attract strong bidding competition. Collectors understand that coins tied to national identity and important cultural events only go up in value as time passes. Right now, their dollar value, $599,000, is rising steadily. And in some cases, it surprises even seasoned collectors when they see how much buyers are willing to pay for them. Owning one of these coins today is like holding onto a piece of treasure that is only going to increase in importance and value over time. If you're thinking of collecting or investing in this coin, here's some advice. First, always look for coins that are in the best possible condition, very fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated if you're lucky. But don't underestimate the appeal of rustic, naturally aged coins, because as we've seen, that adds to their charm. Secondly, make sure you purchase from reliable sources or well-established auctions to ensure authenticity. Keep the coin well protected once you acquire it, because preservation is key to maintaining and even increasing its value. And lastly, stay connected with collector groups and auction updates, because demand for coins like this 2010 Australia Day 50 cent can change quickly, and you'll want to be ready when opportunities arise. To wrap things up, the 2010 Australia Day 50 cent coin is not just currency, it's a celebration of Australian culture, heritage, and national pride. With its unique design, its rarity, and the naturally rustic tones that make each coin a one-of-a-kind piece, it has become a true collector's favorite. In today's auction market, its value continues to climb, making it not only a beautiful collectible, but also a smart investment. So, if you ever come across one of these coins, hold on to it tightly, because you are holding a piece of history and a treasure that only grows more precious with time. Next, Queen number 5. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in Australian numismatics, the 2005 Australian 50-cent coin, issued to mark the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. This coin is not just currency, but a true piece of history, carrying with it both national pride and immense collector demand. With its strong presence in the market and increasing dollar value, this coin stands as one of the top valuable Australian 50-cent pieces that collectors everywhere are on the hunt for. To understand why this coin holds such importance, we need to go back to its history and background. In 2005, the Royal Australian Mint struck this coin to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the end of the Second World War, a conflict that reshaped the world and defined an entire generation. Australia, being a key part of the Allied forces, played an important role in those years, and this coin was released not only as legal tender, but as a lasting tribute to the men and women who served. Each piece represents more than just silver-colored metal. It represents sacrifice, remembrance, and the national pride of a country that contributed to one of history's greatest turning points. When it comes to unique features, the 2005 Australia 50-cent coin truly stands out. Its iconic dodecagon, or 12-sided shape, is instantly recognizable to Australians and collectors alike. But it's the reverse design that makes this particular issue shine. The imagery captures the themes of peace and unity after a long period of war, creating a design that tells a story every time you look at it. The details are sharp and deeply symbolic, giving this coin an artistic and historical significance that goes far beyond everyday circulation. On the obverse side, of course, is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, completing the design with royal elegance. The combination of symbolic imagery and traditional elements makes this coin a centerpiece in any serious collection. Now let's talk about rarity and why this coin is so desirable in today's collector market. While millions of ordinary 50-cent coins are produced each year, commemorative issues like the 2005 end of World War II anniversary coin are always minted in limited numbers, and many of those were quickly hoarded by the public upon release. Finding one today in very fine condition, especially with strong surfaces and minimal wear, is becoming harder with each passing year. Collectors know this, and it creates a strong demand. The coin's historical theme only adds to its allure, making it a standout piece not only in Australia but also internationally, where war memorabilia and commemorative coins are highly prized. The current market value of the 2005 60th anniversary end of World War II 50-cent coin is impressive. depending on its condition at $510,000 with very fine to extremely fine examples commanding serious attention at auctions and private sales. Collectors today are willing to pay premium amounts in dollars for pieces that maintain their sharp design details and original luster. As time goes on, the value is only expected to climb, making it not just a collectible, but also a smart investment. With rising interest in historic and commemorative Australian coins, this particular 50-cent piece has secured its place as a top contender in terms of rarity and financial potential. For collectors who are looking to add this gem to their holdings, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always focus on condition, as coins in better states of preservation are the ones that bring the highest value. Look for pieces with clean surfaces, clear details, and minimal wear, as these are the coins that command top dollar in today's market. It is also wise to purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure authenticity, since demand is so high. Keeping your coins stored properly, away from moisture and damage, will also help preserve its value for years to come. With a little patience and knowledge, owning one of these coins can be both a rewarding and profitable experience. In conclusion, the 2005 Australian 50-cent coin celebrating the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II is far more than just a piece of change. It is a symbol of history, a tribute to those who served, and a shining example of Australian craftsmanship and coinage. Its rarity, demand, and steadily increasing market value make it one of the most valuable Australian 50-cent coins you can come across today. Collectors everywhere recognize its significance, and owning one is like holding a piece of history in your hands. If you are lucky enough to have this coin in very fine condition, treasure it, because its worth is only set to grow. This is a coin that truly deserves the spotlight in any serious collection. And like to subscribe my channel. Happy collecting!